What's up? Welcome to another live stream. Yeah, so show me your crypto coins. I will stream them live or chart them live for you. I just need to find a chat that's actually working. It seems like YouTube chat is the best. What's up, everybody in the chat? Red Squirrel, Fox Mulder, Bullish, all the Tang Gang, Nas Khan, UFO to go. What's up, guys? Throw them in, throw them in. Let's get to the bottom. What's up, Mexican Hill? Lyman. So a nice little bounce we've got overall here in the market. Seems like there's lots of anticipation for the ETF announcement. I'll just go through the macro while we wait for people to get into the live stream. Hit the like, subscribe. I'm not going to stream very long, so if you really want your altcoin charted, like drop a small super chat. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I need to do this one, guys. Request. If you want to jump the queue, you can do that. It doesn't have to be a lot, just to get my attention. So we'll get to Matty Lambo. He wants to take a look at Jesus and Buddha on Rapteeth. Oh, here's the chat. Anyway. Okay, BTC here. We can obviously, this is the daily chart. We can move. We can see there's been a bit of an excitement move. Maybe we get to the ETF announcement today. The 8th should be, well, it's the 8th today, so it should be the 10th should be when we see the ETF announcement. RSI, maybe we should start on the weekly. It is a new week after all. Very high on the RSI. It can go higher here, right? Indicators very high here. We're pretty much close to huge resistance levels. This is the reload zone in reverse, the 61.8. Lots of resistance will come in there. In previous cycles, we have hit the 61.8 every time before the halvening and tend to do a sell off after that. I would love to see a retest of the 30k region just for good market structure. Value has left the building. This BTC is unfortunately not cheap anymore. Let's see what the S&P is doing. There's a little bit of a double top going on here. We got a rejection last week. Let's see if it has enough legs to break the all-time highs in the S&P. This is good for us, right? As risk flows into crypto when stocks get expensive at an all-time highs. Dollar selling off aggressively this morning for you guys. A little bit of a, remember, dollar goes down. That's good for us. US oil dropping off a cliff here. This is also good for equities and crypto, etc. USD tether dominance. This needs to go down. It's just moving sideways here. Very in bullish buying areas, right? Very, very low on the indicators here. Should be a buyer down here, not a seller. And we've recently broken down, so we don't really want to see US tether dominance get over this level. Let's see what the altcoins are doing. They're rallying higher here. This is the weekly scale. Some people were calling for a head and shoulders here. Let's zoom into the daily. For continuation to the downside and bullish action for the altcoins. Head and shoulders. There's your head and shoulders there. And then a breakdown. Slanted. Pretty high on the RSI here on the daily. Let's look at the weekly. Very high on the weekly at these areas as well. Maybe we go all the way to 60%, which would be bad for the altcoins, but if we start breaking down here, that would be good for us, right? This has happened last time in BTC as well. Where would be the best place to look at this? Let's probably just add BTC on this. So BTC topped out. This was the area it hit at 61.8, the area where I think we are at now, where we could be at now, because this is where the 61.8. Now I'm showing you on the line chart, right? We hit here, we went a little bit higher on the RSI, and then we sold off into DeFi summer. This was DeFi summer here during BTC's sell off, this area here. And you can see on the chart here into COVID dip. That was DeFi summer, and that's when Hex did really well. Then into the COVID dip, then we kind of bottomed and then made a double top. This was in the very, very explosive phase in BTC as well. So during this massive uptrend, or in the first part of this massive uptrend, before the first initial sell-off, the altcoins get absolutely destroyed versus their BTC pairing, but their altcoin value in versus USD will hold. And then the whole alt season really starts when BTC has kind of topped and is moving sideways. And at what was that, like 60K? BTC had technically already topped because it just faked you out all the way to 69,000. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that's a little bit of a tangent, but there's lots of requests. Let's get into PulseChain. On the larger time frame here, we bounced off the 61.8. Very powerful level, obviously. I mean, we literally just touched it and off we went. A little bit of a pullback here. Let's look at the indicators. Pretty low still. There were some hidden bullish divergences. It will only be confirmed once we break above 60. But there, the indicator was going lower, but our price action was higher. That's bullish, right? It is a technical indicator for continuation, and technically the trend is still up as we've got higher lows, right? A little bit of a sell-off coming in here the last 4 hour. Nothing bearish on the 4 hour chart. I don't know if we form a W here. That would probably be the most healthy thing to happen. Doesn't have to be that deep. Something like that even would be fine. And then going higher, this would have lots of W's then on the chart, right? And on the larger time frame, we've got large W's as well, with lows being defended here. So yeah, that's good. We're just building market structure here. Let's move sideways until it's time for us to go. There's still lots of time left in the bull market after all. Let's see what the weekly close look like. So we had a little bit of a bearish candle the week before the last. I mean, that's fine. We just came back to retest these breakout levels or the 61.8. And on the weekly, it looks like another W forming here. And if we zoom out, it's going to be a large W. But once again, this is all only going to be true if these lows hold. All right, these are not predictions. I can't predict the market, otherwise I won't be live. I wouldn't be live streaming here. I just know where value is at and where I can buy these things. And we just bounced off value. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the nibble in there because my DCA has not cleared yet to my local exchange. So we're at 5,700. We can look for short-term resistance levels. Let's remove everything here. So yeah, at 6,000, we're gonna start seeing real resistance. And as soon as we clear this area here, that would be really. If we close above 666, that would be a blast of time. PulseX, I'm not going to look at the USD values, we'll look at the ratios. But this, once again, looks the same as PLS a lot, but we went a little bit deeper. PLS bounced off this level here, but it's to be expected. There will be more volatility in PulseX. Let's look at the ratios between the two. So this is technically a breakout of the ratio. I mean, there's still a tweet somewhere here where I said that there was bullish divergences here. It's enough to make us start moving sideways, and this is now technically a breakout. So PulseX is breaking out against PLS here. As you can see the W here. So if we just pull up a fib tool in this most recent level, and this is now left value, right? Value was in this area here, and it's now left value. This is the nosebleed section. You should have been interested in here, and you can see the accumulation that happened in this area, right? You can just see the sideways movements here, and it started bottoming out as soon as you started making these higher lows, and now that's a breakout. There's even a smaller W here. It's broken out. That looks really healthy. Now you want a candle to close above the line. You can even retest the breakout level. Some traders will take the retest, and then we can go higher from there. This bullish divergence has now been confirmed. It's been confirmed for a long time as soon as it closed above the RSI. You can even see how the RSI came to retest this W here. There's your W. That was bullish divergences as indicator went higher while the price was going lower. See the price going lower. That's picture perfect. Off we go. So PulseX showing some more strength. E-Hex here. Bouncing off nicely off the lows. Looking for bullish divergences, which I don't think we had. So the RSI is higher, price is also still higher, so no bullish divergences there. We need to break above the 5,637 level. You can see it marked here on the green line. Pretty much half a cent. Clairvoyant, thanks for subscribing. Okay, the USD really doesn't tell us much. Let's see what the ratio is doing between the two, between E-Hex and PulseChain. There's a little W forming here. Nothing to get me really excited. It's fine. PulseChain is powerful. It seems like it wants to put a little bit of pressure on E-Hex here. Nothing has changed here. We're just accumulating. We need to close above 91.6 pulse per E-Hex to see any breakout here. But if we pull up the fib tool, we can see that E-Hex is the cheapest coin here, right? It's still trading below the 88.6 level retracement level. I mean, PulseX is up here already. Has actually left the station. It's somewhere here already. So yeah, E-Hex definitely the cheaper one. And it's been like that for a while. E-Hex is compared to each other. So yeah, PX outperforming. We can see a little bit of a topping pattern here. And that is the opposite of a W. This is an M. And it's now broken down. It's literally at its breakout level. If this closes below here, we're going to see some more downside. So we can even see this 78.6 level retested. But still, this is where E-Hex is in value here. You would expect it to have to accumulate here for a while before showing some strength versus P-Hex. P-Hex, so Hex on PulseChain. Some hidden bullish divergences on the chart here. Let's look at it versus Wrapped Pulse. It's just bounced off the 61.8. So we can see that E-Hex is the cheapest ratio we have. There's a little W here, not the cleanest one. Never really got into value. So if you wanted to swap some Pulse for P-Hex, you should have been doing it in this area. It got bounced off once, so it didn't really even get there. But either way, I need to wait for this to get cheaper. There's bullish signs here. There's hidden bullish divergences, or that's actually strong bullish divergences here as price is going lower, indicator going higher. So yeah, E-Hex or P-Hex wants to outperform PLS as well. incentive token. Had some bullish divs here, had a little bit of a rally. We've rolled over again. This is going to look like a W on the 3-day chart. So there's your W on the 3-day chart. This is a higher low. You need this to close above 63-cent area to go higher. But as soon as you lose this low, it will need to go lower. But this is good. This is forming some market structure versus USD. And that incentive token chart is probably just going to tell us that the ecosystem is in for a rally. So it's held this low again. We can see something has changed here. We've been consistently going down. We had a little bit of a rally back here, but it's been going down, 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 and now it's moving sideways. It's defended these lows a few times already now. Versus PLS, right? For anything to change, we need to close above now 9,656 PLS per incentive token. This is the green line you can see here. So you need to see candles close here to expect any higher moves. Right? Even the longer we move sideways here, the better. You just have to defend these lows. And we can see higher prices for incentive token versus PLS. Cake, I've been tweeting a lot about Cake lately. Yeah, what can you say? This is still in the reload zone. This is where value is at. This is versus USD. It will go up when PLS goes up because it's got its liquidity locked against PLS. If we look at it versus PLS, once again, this is a 3-day chart. You can see you're in value here. You've created a small little W down here. There's a larger one formed here. And if it closes above 2,724, that would be your breakout level up here. Retest and breakout, and this goes higher. This, when it pumps like crazy. Last time we did a 48x against PLS after a 93% dip. Then after the 40x run up, we did an 80% pullback, and we are now up 100%, which is so you've doubled your money here if you bought these lows. Will we see another 48x, or let's say some diminishing returns? Maybe a 20x from here. That would be cool. I like Cake. I like Gran as well. Gran has been moving sideways here for a while. This is the 3-day chart. We can see a nice W forming here, right? This hasn't broken out. The breakout level is this area up here. It's a very bullish 3-day candle that we call that a doji. And if you pull on the indicators, very low on the RSI, and this is the 3-day, right? This is where I'm looking for deals when it's this low. Okay, let's go through your coins. Should we go over those on Twitter first? Or the chat over here? Screw this chat, really? Sorry, I can't scroll through it. There we go. What's up, Crypto Profeta? Tangent. Oh, a new all-time high. Okay, let's see your request here. So we've looked at Hex, Itropa. I'm going to go through these quickly. I know there are probably a few, not only on Twitter, but on YouTube as well. So you've broken out on Itropa. It's still cheap, and we should look at these versus Rapid Pulse. I'm really going to blast through them as high as very, very low, just above the 88.6 level. You can see the market structure here. You've broken out. You've defended your lows, but only once. There. This might come down to retest the breakout level. You want to see this hold here. Many investors will actually just wait for this confirmation before going long. Still very cheap. I mean, your first double is at 280, 208, somewhere there. And there's still more room to the upside. You don't have to sell halves and doubles. You can do whatever you want. That's just what I do. So that's Itropa. I've got some of this. PRS. Pulse Reflection Token. You're going to have to buy this not on Pateas, but you can do it on gopulse.com. You can use gopulse.com/Hans if you want to use my referral link. PRS, let's switch to Rapid Pulse. Good market structure here. You can see the sideways movement after a very, very expansive move to the upside. Very normal. This is your low here. You've made higher lows. You've broken out. Or you've tried to break out a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 candles here below the resistance. As soon as you can start closing above here, you can move higher. PRS is a reflection token. It doesn't matter if it's a reflection token. You can still trade this or hold to this. But if you hold to this, you earn PLS. Okay, let's go through some more. Dangang baby. Let's look at HOA. HOA. Up 50% on the day. Well done. Just blasting off the lows here. Let's look at it versus Rapid Pulse. Oh man, this chart. So that's your high. We're in a double top situation here. Let's see what the RSI is telling us. Very high on the RSI, right? Let's look at it on the 3-day. Okay, so there's most likely, if this makes a new time high, that's going to be bearish divergences. But that's fine. You're probably just going to see another pullback like this, and you're going to continue stair-stepping higher. These are still higher lows on the chart. Nothing bearish to say. Whatever, we can even pull it from here. It doesn't matter, right? Still moving higher. Still high on the RSI. I mean, you've missed this move, right? Don't be chasing it up here. Maybe it goes to all-time highs and even a 2x from here. But value has unfortunately now left the train, right? You should have been interested. We never got to the 61.8, right? I was patiently waiting for this until Somi tweeted, right? And off we went. Now, and we've gotten this pump now. The whole ecosystem is taking off. And seems like OA is leading the way. There's more liquidity on other exchanges like 9mm version 3. Use app.pateas.io or get Pateas through Twitter, and you can find it there. Hocus Pocus. HOC probably. Hocus Pocus Finance. I think this is a rewards token. Incentive. Let's look at it versus Rapid Pulse. You can see I wanted to see a W. Now that didn't happen. You've made new lows. So that's why I always say it's probably best to wait for new. This rallied to wait for double bottoms. This rallied off a V bottom here. Didn't give you a chance at all to get in here. But markets don't like V bottoms. They'll come back to retest. I mean, these levels. You won't be surprised if it comes all the way back down. This is a rewards token probably. Hocus Pocus Finance. Don't know what it does. I think it's a rewards token. I don't want to be wrong and insult someone. Let's look at the RSI. So there's bullish divergences here as the price action is lower. Yet our indicators are higher. Still incredibly cheap. I personally won't chase this up here. The way I would do it is I would pull my fib tool from the bottom to the top. If it goes higher, that's fine. I'll just readjust my fib tool and I'll get it when it gets into value. I don't want to buy pumps. I want to buy pullbacks. Okay, we've looked at HOA. Teddy bear. Down 2%, 4% on the day. Looks like a little bit of a distribution here, right? The opposite of accumulation. This is your breakout level. If this area fails, you'll come back to this area. And I will be rebuying that which I sold on the way up. And guys, I can't influence the chart, right? These aren't my sells. Like, I'm trading with very small amounts compared to some of you. So yeah, this is the area down here where I'd be interested to get some teddy bear. This looks toppy here. I could be wrong. It could go higher. I'm wrong often. But these areas just tell me where value is at. And if I can get it there, that just tells me I've gotten a deal, right? I can't chase it up here. I have to wait for lower. So I've seen this hungry charted all over. I think these are bots. PRS, right? NBA. Never broke again. It's over a month old. There's very low liquidity. Let's see if there's any other liquidity somewhere else. 6K. So, I mean, across this, there's probably like 3K liquidity here. Just to do it justice quickly, you're inside the reload zone. You found, let's go to Rapid Pulse. Use Pateas so you can get the best order execution. There's probably more volume on 9mm. Nice little W that it formed here and it's rallied off. It's still in the reload zone, so I can technically get it there, but I like cheap prices. So I'd probably wait for it for this area here. That's 11 PLS per NBA. Well, this might just leave me and rally off here, but that's fine. I don't care. There's many other stuff to buy. The Grace currency up 30% on the day. Just left the reload zone. It's like a massive rounding bottom that it's formed here. One of the more interesting W's that you'll see out there. This is your breakout level, but unfortunately it's going to confirm outside the reload zone. If you really liked this, and they shielded to me down here, you should have been getting it down here. This looks like it wants to go higher. As soon as it closes a candle up here, this is going to go. Sometimes I would like these things to just do what I wanted to do and form like bottoms like in these areas, but you can't always have it the way you want. Tetra and Beat. Up 10% on the day. So I use their limit orders often. This is looking good. Excuse me. I remember being quite critical last time on this for some reason. But if you caught this wick down here, you would have been happy. Either way, this is where value is at, and it spent some time here. It got wicked into here a few times, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and even down the 78.6 level. It even spent a few days in this reload zone. So that is where you should have been getting it. It looks like it wants to go higher. The RSI got nice and oversold. There's just nothing for me to take a long off here, and either way it's left my value, my area of value, so I can't chase it there. But this looks good. It looks like it wants to go higher. Interesting that it does have these wicks on quite tight liquidity, so someone is trying to exit here. But if you really want to be safe, you would have to wait for a reload zone, and then that would be your breakout level. Because I don't know, we don't know if this is going to take off. It could just go lower. Maybe this is a whale trying to sell, and maybe he starts putting his foot on the gas here and really sends you lower. I don't know. But this is a V bottom. So yeah, just once again, you need to wait for these higher lows to form and a higher high. So it doesn't look bad. Beetroot is a privacy bridge on PulseChain. Up a percentage point on the day. Large liquidity. It's back in the reload zone versus USD. It's back in the reload zone versus PLS. I'm personally going to wait for the 78.6 level to get some. RSI is getting nice and low, but it has entered value. If you really like it, this is where the granny can start catching a falling knife. If she wants to wait for confirmation of the bottom, she can wait for a W to form on the chart and the break of the W to go long, or a higher high to confirm the change of the trend. Okay, I'm gonna go through some of the chat here on. Please go over Access's chart. So a lot of people requesting Access. Let's look at Access for you. Up 11% on the day. 200k liquidity here. 7,000. Made a double top. But this made a new top. So a small little new top on the USD. Let's look at it versus Rapid Pulse. Looks different here. So it's still a lower high here. You were really high on the RSI. There's no bearish divergences confirmed on the way up. But still, this is where value is at. It got you there. We can even pull up the fibs. Right, this is the nosebleed section. If you want some, wait for it at the 61.8 and the 78.6 level. Even this breakout level, don't be surprised if it gets retested. Right, something like that. Make your W and off you go. Got really high on the RSI, no bearish divergences. There's no bullish divergences yet, so you don't know if it doesn't look like the trend wants to change just yet. They didn't come out as I would expect it to have. It's up there. Probably should do it to the first peak. Nah. Nosebleed section, unfortunately. Wait for the reload zones. And don't know what it's going to happen. What it's going to do. There's no way of knowing. Let's look at COM. I mean, this has taken off. Like, we were live streaming while this dump was happening the last time. I mean, it's up like a 19x from those lows. Should I look at it versus Hex? Still technically in the reload zone versus Hex. We should probably look at it versus Hex, I think. Still very cheap, and we're going to regard that wick because we hope it falls. Small little W down here after that massive wick. I mean, you can't chase it here, unfortunately, because it could just reverse and come all the way back to this breakout level. You can't be chasing it here, even though it's still in the reload zone, which is weird for me to say. So I've got some of this, right? I've got a lot of COM. And I would love for it to do well. And we want to get it to where a new staker, if he makes, like let's say he does $100 15-year stake, he can go and claim that 15-year stake, that $100 back. If we can get it to parity, which is, I can't remember where it was. Anyway, it's like a 10 or an 8x away against X for that to be able to happen. And that is the secret weapon. We've looked at HOA, we've looked at Hex, we've looked at PHEX, Mover and L. Okay, let's go back to the chat here. We've looked at Axis HOA. We've looked at Axis. We've looked at PRS. Titan X. I kicked the hornet's nest today. This is the USD chart. We should really just look at it versus wrapped ETH because that's the only thing that matters. Because you want to be outperforming ETH, right? Not just Pulse, but Titan X, but everything else. You've lost structure here. You've made a new low here. If you invert this chart, this is a very bullish chart, right? Because you can see my W, my classic W here, right? The W has broken out there. But not only that, you've got a larger W here as well, which is about to confirm as soon as it closes above here. It goes higher. Now remember, this is the inverted chart, right? This looks like a very, very bullish chart. This looks like it's going all the way back here to where it started. Right, and it's now poked his head through. Generally, when you get that, the same actually happened on Axis's chart, to be fair. So you would expect this to eventually get broken because that's a new high. Show me a high and I'll show you a buy, right? Now I would have, just for the chart's sake, would have liked if, what did I do? Invert the chart. If the price action was defended, right? If I was the whale in this, I would have defended this low here, which hasn't happened. This low here. But this is just going off a technical analysis. Because I like a pretty chart. Like, you need your lows to be defended, and so you can build market structure, you can build higher lows, right? You've now lost your low, unfortunately, here. There we go. This market is unforgiving. Lyman, tell me about it, dude. I want to know what happened. What's up, Jacob? Morning, Hans. Let's fucking go. Yes, PulseChain, away. ETH BTC. Let's remove Bitcoin here. So, I mean, check the indicators here. They're flashing green. They're flashing bullish. Like, but this is a very quick moving averages or a moving or indicator, excuse me. Value for ETH versus BTC is down here. It's never come down to the reload zone where it's always done that, right? Altcoins always come back to their reload zone versus BTC. You can see in the previous cycle here, we came all the way below the 78.6 level even. This time, we haven't even seen ETH come down to its 61.8. Right, this is the weekly chart, so it's a larger scale. You want to, this is where value is at. We've never been there. We still have a low defending the price action there. This can either be ETH showing strength against BTC because it did bottom before BTC in this cycle. So it was quite powerful. And yeah, with that being said, let's just, for Matty Lambo, he donated $2 last time and he asked if we can look at Jesus versus PLS here. So just to summarize wrapped ETH versus BTC or BTC versus ETH, you need for it to go a little bit lower for it to be in value. Otherwise, there's really no reason. There's cheaper coins to go after, right? So Ian, that UFC guy, the friend of what's his name, has been sharing this. I don't really like this. This is quite blasphemous. But anyway, you can trade anything. Bearish divergences here. I mean, you're in value. Let's go to the weekly chart, or even the 3-day. Let's put up an RSI, see if we've gotten low. So the RSI is not printing. Let's look at OBV. I don't like charts where I can't see indicators. It's also not printing. Either way, you're in value. It's probably going to retest. Volume isn't printing. Wow. See lots of confluence here. I'd wait at the 88.6 level. No signs of a bottom just yet. Jesus wants to go lower. And then Buddha. Let's look at it versus wrapped ETH. This is not where value is at. This is the nose bid section. Wait at these levels, 88.6 and the 61.8. It's gotten inside the reload zone a little bit. Needs to go lower. BTC bull flag. Don't know. SHIB and Doge and looping. Beautiful chart. That's your breakout level. Just accumulating sideways. Strong bullish divergence is formed here. Let's just put up the on-balance volume. Hasn't taken off yet like many other coins have, like Link, etc. Strong bullish divergences on OBV as the indicator is going higher, which is volume, and the price action goes lower. This is going to blast off when it finally gets its day. It's at its lows. I mean, picture perfect chart. You can see the W here. Not confirmed yet. It needs to close above, retest, and then go higher. Dogecoin. That was cool. Lows have been defended. That W has been confirmed. This is the low all the way back here. I mean, you can just see how long it's been moving in this range here, right? I mean, it's confirmed a W, which means we can get this when it comes back to the 61.8. Let's just put it across, right? It's almost bounced with the 61.8. The granny can get some here at 7.3 cents and 6.4 cents. That's going to be the buy of the cycle. As believe it or not, Dogecoin is going to go for another run this cycle. Don't know how many X's you're going to be able to get, but loop ring tends to perform really well in bull cycles as well. It's your low there. Technically has broken out of this W. It's not the prettiest, and it didn't. When it breaks a W, you would like to see it to at least perform like the same as the range it was. It did, but it didn't perform really well. You can see insane bullish divergences here on OBV as price was going lower, yet the indicator is just blasting off as volume is coming in here. So technically you can wait for the 61.8, and it's given you a few times already. So you can get, the granny can get this at 23 cents and 20 cents. Buys, really good buys, and it's gonna at least give her a few X's on the way up. Literally at the lows, like venture capital is licking their chops at these charts down here. Going through your chat, I just want to know what you think BTC and ETH are going and when the next buy opportunity. Dude, I think we top out pretty soon when the ETF gets announced, or we either go to between 48 and 50k if the top isn't already in. Mexican real, really asking for SHIB. Dude, SHIB is going to do really well. That chart is amazing. Hex and E-Hex. Waddle Dog, we've gone through both of them. But a quick summary, E-Hex is the cheapest ratio we currently have. PX is a little bit of more expensive versus Rapid Pulse. So definitely EX is by far the cheapest RH ecosystem coin. Okay, we've looked at the ratios. Look up the newly launched Pulse Spot. I saw it launch. Let's look here. Wow, Crow is up 100%. Dang! Just blasting off here. Wow. Too Spooky has been accumulating this. I mean, I saw him tweet about this down here. Dude is in insane profits here. Wow. Pulse Spot. Speculative versus Rapid Pulse. 230k liquidity. 4-hourly chart. Where was the sacrifice at? We need those details, right? You're inside the reload zone. It's done good. It's done its retracement here. This is where you should be interested. But I don't really know what the sacrifice price is. But this is where value is at. Not up there, up here. Now you need to wait for W to form. Right, something like that. W. Breakout. Pulse Spot. There you go. What's up, Preacher's brother? Pulse Kitten. I bought this on the dip. On that massive. Like I've got it somewhere here. Just give me a second so I can find it. There we go. 20% on the day. It's still struggling with these levels down here. Was that a W? So that's a little W there. It's not confirmed yet. It will be confirmed when it breaks above. Was these lows defended? I don't think it was defended versus Rapid Pulse. No, those were new lows. Because if we are to ignore that wick, when you are technically still in the reload zone. Was this a higher low here? I mean, I can't fault the granny if she wants to get a little bit here. There's some bullish divergences here on the short term. So that's good at least. As this price is going down, the indicator is going higher. It'll be confirmed once it breaks above there, and it's now trading above it. So this bullish divergence is confirmed. Maybe wait for a W. Can't fault the granny for getting some here, but I'm unsure about that wick because this made a new low. That would actually disqualify my typical analysis. But it doesn't look bad. Like I've got some of this. I've got a free position in the square. I sold half on a double up there. And I should be rebuying when it comes lower, but it's difficult to read a chart like this as it's... Like I have to wait for that area if I just use the fib tool to get some. 0.1. It's a pleasure, bro. I'm honestly going to capitulate on PLS and take an L. Why, dude? We're up in value. I'm just going to use PLS funds to deal into stronger projects. Lyman, Ortega. No. Now you can do what you want. Right? Maybe, guys, if you're too invested emotionally, maybe just, diversify. Put a little bit something somewhere else. Like, if it's getting too much. Even Cake looks better than PLS. But Cake is up multiple X's against PLS. It's a meme coin launched on low liquidity, right? Have you looked at loan yet? No, I haven't looked at loan token. I wanted it to defend its low, but it's unfortunately made a new low. Yeah, these are new lows. I can't be interested in this until it starts creating a W. So no, these are new lows. It has to create higher lows. So it's not interesting. Very low on the RSI. When HOA, I think we'd looked at HOA already. Click the like. Yeah, thanks for the shout outs. Click the like if you like the video. You say if it closes above or below, what time is considered close, given that crypto trades 24/7? The daily chart. Depends on what time frame you're looking at. If the W is on the time frame, then you need to close at W. If the W is on the weekly chart, you need to see a candle close. But yeah, I don't have to go into that. Look up TIA, the next 30x. I've heard about it. I think it's a lot in mainstream media, so it's probably not. Straight up, like why would you chase something here when you can buy something that's down 80%? Thanks for charting HOA. It's a pleasure, Tangent. Tangang, 2 more weeks. Grinding. Guys, that's been 52 minutes. I wanted to keep this half an hour. I didn't get to all your charts. Sorry about that. Let's do this again tomorrow. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll appreciate that. I don't know why my seems like it's still going. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers for now. Play from a position of strength. Don't get wrecked. There's still a lot of time in the bull market to come, and I'll see you guys in the next video.